everyone, it's SM_LuxLove, and I'm back with a second video on my Chanel Act 2 for spring Business Affinity Backpack in the grained calfskin caviar and black with light gold hardware. I decided to do a second video because my last video was done last night in the dark, and I figured the lighting was terrible and you don't really get a good view of this bag, so I'm deciding to redo it. As of right now, I left the stickers on because I am unsure about this bag. I do love the design. I love the pocket. I love the backpack. I love kind of the vintage feel it offers. However, I had a bag in the same exact caviar, the 17P, where it's kind of glossy, has kind of like a shiny sheen to it. A lot of people say it's plastic. I disagree. I just think it feels like it has a treatment on there, or I guess however they decide to make this caviar. It's a little bit different than the usual caviar. My boy chipped, and so I exchanged it for something else, and I'll be unboxing that next week. So I'm kind of on the fence on this bag due to the chips, but I love the design. I think in the meantime, I'm going to try and use it. If it does have any damages, I will talk to my SA. But either way, I wanted to go ahead and do a second video so that you guys can get a better look at this bag since I didn't do it any justice in my last video last night. So let's go ahead and get started. So here's the side, and then here's the back. The back, unlike the rest of the bag, is going to be smooth calfskin, and then it has the caviar on the pocket and on that flap. It has 5 adjustable holes there with the bottom part being smooth leather as well. The 5 adjustable grommets, right now I have it on the 3rd one. It gives me about a 18-inch strap drop from the top to bottom, and I think like the increments are about 1/2 inch each, so I think you should have quite a bit of adjusting room for you to kind of choose as you wish. Other than that, let's go ahead and let me just give you a quick overview of the measurements. The bag tentatively is about 11 inches tall. It kind of depends because of the flap and it's kind of squishy. It's about 6 inches in width, just about 6.5 if you include this pocket. And then width-wise is about 9.5, just because if you look at the base, you see how it curves there. So down to here is about 9.5, up in there is about 9 or so. Let me go ahead and open this up and show you. So kind of has the rivets everywhere. It has a little smooth calfskin closure and drawstring. It has a little, you can see that there, little Chanel details. And then I like that this one is reinforced with a piece of a leather strip, so that's kind of nice. Go ahead and open it, and I'll discuss the pocket really quickly in just a second. I just want to introduce this before I lose my lighting. So, and then the inside is lined with the traditional burgundy lambskin leather. And then on the side here, it has a sewn on little lobster clasp ring. So this side is plain, and then this one doesn't freely revolve like the LV ones. And so this one has the, I don't know if you can see that, has like the double CC logo there. So whenever you look at the flap, right at the very top, you're going to see that it is also smooth calfskin. I also noticed that in between here, if you look, you see how that that part of the chain is big and the rest of it is skinny. It's to keep the chain from moving around, and that's kind of good in my opinion because then it keeps this freely sitting here. I'm not sure if the Urban Spirit is like that, but I definitely like that, so your straps isn't going all over the place and then putting pressure on the top of your bag. Other than that, there is a zip pocket there. Go ahead and open it up, and it starts about maybe an inch or 2 from the bottom of the bag, like starts here, and then it goes all the way down to the bottom. It's approximately maybe like 3 or 4 inches tall and about, I want to say maybe like 4 to 5 inches wide. You can definitely fit a Chanel card case in there. You can definitely fit the bifold card case in there. I tried in my first original video. If you want to see that, you can definitely check that out. The only thing about that is anything that's thick is going to rub up against these zippers. So if it is like a lambskin or like a leather item, you probably don't want the zippers rubbing up on it. But it's definitely something you can do. If you have a slimmer item in here, it definitely will fit here just fine. Other than that, I'm not going to show what fits inside this big bucket just because I gave you the measurements, and I think there's a lot that can go in here. I could fill this up for days and we would never have it filled. Other than that, I'm going to go to the most important feature of this bag, personally for me. it was the zippered outside pockets. It comes with 2 zipper pulls, and they go all the way to the very bottom. And then the zipper pull is an accordion style. Not accordion style, but you see how it has that little extension there to have it extend out. And it is also lined in the burgundy lambskin, like traditional classic flaps. You see that lighting that's poking through. The little accordion flap doesn't go all the way to the bottom just to give it some give, so that's why. Other than that, I do notice that this has a nice give, and I definitely showed before. I have an iPhone 6 Plus, dog hair, and it has a relatively thick spigen case, the Tough Armor, if you're familiar, so it's pretty heavy, pretty thick, and it drops right in there, and because of that little split, that right there, it sits right there. The only thing is, it doesn't split at the bottom, so it kind of takes up basically most of it. I don't know if that makes sense, but the split part makes it look like you have a lot of room, but because the bottom doesn't extend out, it's pretty tight at the bottom, so it's kind of like a V shape. You could definitely go ahead and put a slim card case in here. You couldn't put like a 6-key clay and your phone in here because what happens is the zipper only is, so thick, so you would be putting a lot of pressure on your bag. I personally am not going to do that, but definitely an iPhone 6 Plus with a relatively large case will fit in here really easily along with like a card case or something like that. So I'm definitely really happy about that. Other than that, that about sums up how I feel about this bag. Definitely this bag exceeded my expectations and looks. I love kind of like the vintage look that it offers. I also find that it sits on my back relatively flat, and this calfskin seems to be really forgiving. I noticed it's getting stressed right here, and like I took my finger just like lambskin and I rubbed it out, perfectly gone, like it was great. So other than that, I do find that this bag is going to be really useful. I really want to hope to enjoy it and there's no chipping issues. The only thing I could see is that eventually this is going to start bubbling up and warping. Not warping, but definitely having a more lived in kind of feel, but I'm okay with that. Other than that, I don't know if I mentioned, but the straps are also a smooth calfskin. I don't know if you could tell earlier, so that's for you to tell. Other than that, this pocket, it is lined not with the burgundy lambskin, but with the black calfskin. I don't know if I'm going to use it. It doesn't seem like it has a lot of give, and quite honestly, I don't know what I would put in there. Maybe like a pass card or something, or maybe something I really want to access if I need it. But other than that, I think this is going to be a very good bag. I'm kind of scared to take the stickers off because I am a little unsure about the caviar quality given what happened to me this week. But I love this bag, and I think it's a nice kind of alternative to the Urban Spirit. So since, given the measurements, so the small Urban Spirit and the large Urban Spirit, this one's right in between. So if you thought the small was too small and the large was too large, this is probably going to be up your alley. I personally think the pocket is a big, big plus. So if you are in the market for this, it definitely comes in other colors other than black. It comes in a red, a beigey nude. It also comes in like a navy color. I don't know if that's offered in the US, but I know they definitely have it in the UK. I will include all of the card, like not serial number, but like the style numbers in the description box below whenever I get a chance to pull the cards out. I put it in like the boxes, so I have to go pull it out of the shelf. And so I'll go ahead and do that for all of you. Other than that, thank you for watching. I hope this helped you out, and I hope this is a way better quality video so that you can kind of get a feel of how that caviar looks. You see how it's very shiny and it has a sheen to it almost. I guess if you want a quick comparison. I know I'm saying bye, but I'm still recording. So this is the backpack, and I have my Chanel boy next to me. Sorry, there's like a mess back there because I'm in the middle of like moving and cleaning. This is the old medium size Chanel boy. So this is a 10 by 6, and then I'm gonna go ahead and lift up this backpack so you can kind of get like a size reference there. The flap is pretty much sitting flat on the back, so yeah, it's probably maybe, I want to say it's about 3/4 of the size of this backpack, so not that much bigger. I would say it's probably comparable to like a new medium size, just a little bit more thicker. Put my boy down really quickly. But yeah, other than that, I think it is an absolutely lovely bag. I'm really excited to use it, and I'm hoping for no issues. Other than that, I hope you all enjoyed my video and it was informative and answered any questions. If you do have any questions or anything for me, feel free to contact me on Instagram. It is the same as my handle here. It's going to be sm_luxloves, and I'm usually on there. I'm not really going to answer too many comments on YouTube. It's too much for me to maintain. All in one place is generally good for me. Other than that, it was a pleasure. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye. Cheddar, say bye, boy. He's like, nah, I'm over it. Bye, everyone.